Hello, Fast Signs family. You probably have figured out by now that I really like reading biographies and I like reading stories about people who have achieved great things. And just 2 or 3 days ago, I ordered Dan Crenshaw's book, which is titled Fortitude. Hasn't gotten here yet. In fact, I even paid a little extra money to have an autographed copy because I think it's kind of cool to have an autographed book from somebody who achieved great things. Think about it. He was a Navy SEAL, became a Navy SEAL officer, and now is a member of the U.S. House of Representatives. I mean, that's an achievement. Just think about getting through SEAL training, surviving that, and then being a SEAL, protecting the nation, and being in times of huge stress and challenge. And so I can't wait to get his book. I'm looking forward to reading it. So then that gets me, because I think about these things, and I know you're getting tired of me saying I was thinking last night, but that got me thinking about fortitudes. Of course, then I go to the dictionary, right? And what does fortitude mean? Fortitude means mental and emotional strength when facing difficulties. It means firmness of mind. It means resolute endurance. It's just like honing in on that target and just sticking with it, right? And so then you go to the thesaurus. Don't you love that word, the thesaurus? And you look up words relating to fortitude. And it's got spunk and grit, determination, tenacity, courage, endurance, fearlessness. All the things that we've got to have in our gut right now as we face this COVID-19 pandemic and the resulting challenges for our businesses. But courage, and you've heard me talk about this in a prior video on courage, courage is knowing what not to fear. And you've heard me say that courage and fear use the same neural pathways. And if we're focused on being courageous, we can't not. It is impossible to be fearful at the same time. So we got to pull out that grit. We got to focus on having spunk. We got to focus on having endurance. We got to focus on getting it done. Now, the great news is, as a Fast Signs franchisee, you do not at all need to be fearful about not knowing what to do to have your business thrive during COVID-19. You know what you need to do to have your business thrive. In fact, earlier this week on Tuesday, we had a Secrets of COVID Success webinar featuring 3 Fast Signs franchisees, all of which taught you what you need to do to grow sales volumes even higher than you had pre-COVID. They talk about it. It's specific. It's detailed. We're teaching you exactly what you need to do to thrive during this pandemic. Does that mean it's easy? No. Does that mean they're working 6 hours a day? No. They're doing 16 hours a day, just like I'm doing 16 hours a day. But that's what it takes to thrive and be successful right now. Louis Nizer said, "I know of no higher fortitude than stubbornness in the face of overwhelming odds." We got a lot of franchisees right now who feel that they're sitting in a situation of overwhelming odds. All of the challenges going out there. But what we got to do is we got to be stubborn. We got to keep thinking about implementing proactive activities time and time and time again, because we will thrive. Fortitude is courage in the face of adversity. So back in the 1500s, about the mid-1500s, Francis Bacon was born. And I remember that name just from like European history, right? So he was an Englishman, he was a philosopher, he was a statesman. And back in the 1500s, they spoke in funky, flowery language. So how's this for funky and flowery? Fortitude is the marshal of thought, the armor of the will, and the fort of reason. Well, heck, I just rather say fortitude is getting it done, right? That's just an easier way for me to say that. But each of us, every single one of us, has the ability to develop our fortitude, the ability to develop our grit, our ability to develop our courage. I came across another quote as I was studying for this last night, and that is, "Attitude with gratitude, supported by fortitude, will take you to the next altitude." Now, there's a quote in Inspiration Hall that's from Zig Ziglar, and it's something along the lines that your attitude will determine your altitude. Well, this takes it a little bit further. It's attitude combined with gratitude, mixed in with fortitude, that's going to take you to the next and the higher altitude or higher level. So if you think about all the stuff that Clint Ehlers and Gabby Mullinax and Shane Beard taught you Tuesday of this week, to grow your business, to grow your profitable sales volume, to be even higher than it was pre-COVID, you know what you need to do. What do those 3 franchisees have in common? They got an attitude like, man, I got this. I'm going to run into the fire. I'm not going to cower. I'm going to move towards the problem. They got gratitude, and you heard them all express that gratitude about the support from fellow franchisees, about the support that they're getting from FASTSIGNS International, about all this brain trust that we're building on the prepared.fastsigns.com site, right? They've got attitude, they've got gratitude, and then they've got that fortitude, that grit, that drive. They're getting it done, they're getting it done, they're getting it done, and you can do that very same thing. The Roman playwright Plautus said, "Fortitude is a great help in distress." I don't think we need to be in distress. I think if we're focusing on the right things, we're executing the right things, we're executing them again and again and again, we're not going to be in a situation of distress. We're actually going to thrive in this time. So we need to be fearless. We need to be courageous. We need to be tenacious. We need to be determined in this time of COVID-19. So Bodie Sanders said, during times of persistent hardship is when the warrior learns most about his fortitude. So we need to imagine ourselves being warriors, being Navy SEALs like Dan Crenshaw, and getting through to the end of this and getting through very, very successfully, right? We need to be warriors fighting to make our businesses thrive. Joseph Addison said, true fortitude is seen in great exploits. Nothing is impossible with fortitude. You can build your sales higher than pre-COVID levels. I really believe that fortitude is the key. Antonia Novello was a Puerto Rican woman, the first female Surgeon General of the United States. She was the 14th Surgeon General and all, but think about it. Breaking through in the 1990s to be the first female Surgeon General. I mean, that's about focus. That's about determination. That's about always bringing your A game. It wasn't easy to necessarily do that in the early 1990s, but she says, I believe fortitude is key. More than anything, be consistent. Go at it, go at it, go at it. And that's what we absolutely need to do. Fortitude means having a fixity of purpose. It means endurance. It means having strength. Sometimes it means faking it till you make it. Sometimes it's digging deep and finding that grit. And the great news, as a FASTSIGNS franchisee, you absolutely know what you need to do. You absolutely know how to do it. You absolutely have all the tools to thrive during this time. So it is by surmounting or by overcoming our difficulties, not by sinking under them, that we will discover fortitude. And so here it is. FASTSIGNS franchisees, you know what you need to do. We have all the tools that you need. We are in this together. You have this. We have this. We can all build our fortitude muscle, and we can all come out of this even stronger than pre-COVID-19. Thanks for putting up with me again. Hope you found this some value.